Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, what Duale, the CS for Defense, has said during the burial ceremony of Francis Ogolla is definitely going to put this story of Francis Ogolla going to the IEBC to overturn William Ruto's win to rest.
General Ogolla shared with me text messages of his superiors and members of the National Security Committee then. And he asked 3-4 times. First, in the morning when he was going to NSAC, he showed me the message that he was given, go represent me at NSAC because of a prior other commitment of the person who was supposed to go. As a respectable soldier and general, he asked and sent a text message to his bosses and asked, what am I going to do in Bomas?
That story that as saw Sudi go publicly and detest Francis Ogolla, the former CDF. That story that saw William Samoei Ruto in one of the live interviews talk about Francis Ogolla going to the IEBC with an intention of overturning his win. That story has been put to rest. Duale took to the podium and decided to give his own perception of Francis Ogolla and the issue of IEBC. You have seen somewhere people talk about an SMS which saved Francis Ogolla. This SMS that came as a rumor, the CS Duale has confirmed that he himself saw that message. So I want us to go to this statement that Duale made during that burial ceremony. So before we get to that statement by Duale, please like this video to enable YouTube to share our video. That is the only support I request from you, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are a viewer who wasn't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for giving this channel an opportunity to grow. So Duale seized the opportunity that was accorded to him to tell the truth to the nation and decided to exonerate the fallen hero from the blames of IEBC and the changing of William Ruto's win. This issue of William Ruto's win took the better part of last year, and the former CDF's name was always mentioned as the person who was there, as a military person who was there with the intention of overturning William Ruto's win. What Duale has said there, and I'm going to share that video here shortly. What Duale has said there, William Ruto was taking keen interest in the words. So what is awaiting this whole drama is what William Ruto will say thereafter, because now his only CS for defense has said that Francis Ogolla was not part and parcel of what he said. So let's first of all listen in to what Duale said about Francis Ogolla.
Chief, if you allow me, the former Prime Minister yesterday said a statement, and I want to qualify that statement because General Ogolla was very close to me, particularly when he was the Vice Chief of Defense Forces, and when the whole issue of Bomas, 15th of August, was hanging over his head. He even told me, and the family can agree with me, we had conducive discussion, that even he has lost weight, that this thing was disturbing him. And Your Excellency, General Ogolla was not, as the Vice Chief of Defense Forces, was not a member of the National Security Committee, which is chaired by the Head of Public Service. So how did the General Ogolla went to Ensak and to Bomas? And as a Muslim, General Ogolla shared with me text messages of his superiors and members of the National Security Committee then. And he asked 3-4 times. First, in the morning when he was going to Ensak, he showed me the message that he was given, go represent me at Ensak, because of a prior other commitment of the person who was supposed to go. When he went to Ensak, General Ogolla and a direction was given to him with other colleagues, with a leader, him as a member, to go to Bomas. General Ogolla, as a respectable soldier and general, he asked and sent a text message to his bosses and asked, what am I going to do in Bomas? And this has happened. And General Ogolla was told, it's been decided, you go. And I'm narrating what General Ogolla today, he's lying here, this man, told me. When he went to Bomas, the then chairman of IEBC, he told me, kept them for 5 hours. And the 411 came while he was in Bomas, saying the results will be announced at 3. And General Ogolla then again sent a text message and saying, now that the result will be announced at 3, as a general, as a soldier, what am I doing here? And he was told, stay with your colleague. That text message is there. When His Excellency yesterday said, I had a one-to-one with the General Ogolla, he gave me permission to have one-on-one discussion with the General Ogolla on a Monday from 7 to 9:30 p.m. in my house. His security, his drivers can confirm. And when he convinced me.
Honestly speaking, ladies and gentlemen, for once, I think this is the Aden Duale that we know, the person who was truthful. Aden Duale that existed in 2006, 2005 there, that is the Aden Duale we know. The Aden Duale that we saw from 2013 going forward was a Aden Duale that was full of anger, full of hatred. Aden Duale who was not even remorseful and could throw words without even thinking. But what I saw in Aden Duale is the same Aden Duale I saw in somewhere there in 2006, 2005, 2004 there. The one that made a lot of sense. Now, I agree with Duale's sentiments because to him he says that he agrees with Raila Amolo Odinga, what Raila Amolo Odinga says. So if that is the case, then the problem here will be now, what will people like Sudi say? These are people who had very strong oppositions towards the appointment of the CDF. I think I remember even Aden Duale was not in agreement with that appointment. But in this event, he has said that he did what William Ruto had asked him, and what William had asked him was to front a name. And Francis Ogolla's name was the one which was fronted. But in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, our point of concern is these remarks by Aden Duale and the remarks by William Ruto in a previous interview saying Francis Ogolla had gone there to overturn the win. Now, if Aden Duale could go to an extent of publicly differing with William Ruto's previous sentiments and Sudi's sentiments, because when Sudi and William Ruto are on the same page. Sudi works for William Ruto. That is going by what is being said. And in the security meeting that was organized, Sudi was seen there, despite the fact that he is not a member of the that Security Council, but he was seen. So there have been word that he was there as an ex-officio member. So I don't know, but to me, I think William Ruto could have given him some roles, that he can play. Honestly speaking, according to Duale's sentiments, CDF Ogolla was not what William Ruto said or what Sudi said. So personally, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's just a matter of time. We wait to see what is going to unfold going forward. Maybe this story will be put to rest forever, or this story will escalate. So just go below the comment section and offer your reaction to what Aden Duale has said in the video I just shared. So perhaps if you're watching this video and do not subscribe, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.